Excellent. Some of you say we are students. Okay, wonderful. Some of you saying you are working in the field of IT, but you want to switch your careers. Okay, good. Some of you are already in IT. Okay. Some of you are totally non-IT background, but want to go into the field of IT. Brilliant. Excellent. Very well done. So, like any other webinar, we've got a mixed crowd this evening with the people with different backgrounds, right? So we are going to talk about now how it works, how we can do different fields of IT. We will now discuss. So guys, these are the different fields of IT. I'll keep my session as interactive as possible. Would love to hear from you as well. What is your understanding? So end of this slide, you will know a couple of things. What are those couple of things you would know? At the end of this slide, you would know what are the different roles of IT in which you can start or switch your career. That is the first thing. The second thing that we will be knowing at the end of this slide is what are the trending technologies that we should know if we want to start our career in that particular field or domain. Okay, everybody. So on the slide, first place I've written down developer. Who's a developer or the data analyst? I've clubbed the role developer, data analyst on this point. So very quickly in the chat, can you guys write down what's the role of a developer? What is the main responsibility of a developer? Build applications, okay. Excellent. Somebody who's working in the field of IT who will build applications. Very good answers. Build applications. What kind of applications? It could be web applications. It could be mobile applications, or it could be desktop based applications, isn't it? So anybody who's going to build those applications is developer. Trending technologies which are very widely used, you can see on my slide. You can see there is Java written, Python written, C++ again, very important, right? And then we have got, if you want to go into web development, then HTML is there, CSS is there, JavaScript is there, Bootstrap is there. So can you see, these are the different trending technologies that we have got, which are helping us to do a number of things, right? Now, the next thing is the next role of a tester. Who's a tester? What is the main responsibility of a tester? Do you want to put it in the chat, guys? We might have somebody here who's a tester. So what is your main responsibility? What does a tester do? Excellent. Somebody who's going to test the application. So when you are building the application, can you give it as such as it is to the team? No, answer is no. You need to make sure that the product is tested, it is working as per the expected result, and only then this product can be shipped. So what are the three things that you need, guys? First is the manual testing concept. The second thing that you need is the ISTQB, which is a certification. And the third thing that you need is the automation testing. Okay, these are the different things that we have to do as a so now ISTQB, if this is something which is new for you, this stands for International Software Testing Qualification Board. It is one of those certifications which are done by the testing team, and the testing team will help us achieve those certification, and the boards will help you achieve the certification, and again something which is recommended. Now, not all the applications can be tested in a manual way, so automation testing helps you. Right, everybody? So automation testing. So there could be Selenium with Java, which is some of the tools, right? Or if you've heard of performance testing, then JMeter, Load Runner, these are some of the different things. Clear, everyone? No questions? All right, the next role of a business analyst. Now, can anyone answer what is a business analyst? What does a business analyst do? Role of a business analyst. You might have heard this role multiple times, right? BA, business analyst. So what is it that the business analyst help us to achieve? Excellent. Bridging the gap between the customers, end users, and the team. So if you want to go into the business analysis, there is some BA certifications which are recommended, which you should go for. Very quickly, can you describe the next role? Okay, everyone. Very nice. So project manager, somebody who's going to manage the end-to-end project, planning, organizing, responsible for managing the team. So now when it comes to resource management, when it comes to budget management, when it comes to time management, project management is one of the very, very important careers, right? PMP, Prince2, and the MSP. These are widely recognized certifications. So, which you should do. Plus that skill set of managing the people is again very, very important thing. You should have that skill set of managing the people, right? Last two roles in the field of IT. The next role is the role that I have written here is the role of a designer. Now, anybody who's a designer, what is the main responsibility of a designer? What is it that the designer majorly do? Design applications. Yes. Many of you would have heard of something which is called as wireframing, right? If you're not, probably search for the terminology wireframing. What is wireframing all about? What does a wireframing actually do? So wireframing is one of those techniques, one of those structures that you build. And what does those structures help you to achieve? Those structures help you to build an application. So something that you can refer to and build application is called as the design. So now, if I want to go into the field of designing, what I actually needed is very important. I need to know some tools. What are the names of those tools? The names of those tools are Zeppelins. I need to know mockups, right? So I'm a kind of a technical architect, right? Or so creating the overall user interface, creating the overall user experience. All right, everybody, no questions? So developer, tester, business analyst, project manager, then you've got the role of a designer. After designer, we have support. And support, which is the last role, is the role when, which is helping you to support the overall product, right? So overall product, once this product is live, it will be shipped to the customer, shipped to the market, right? And people will be taking care of that particular. So product knowledge, overall product knowledge is needed. Right now, do you have any questions? Very good, Lahari. Somebody who will support the applications. Lahari, anybody who's got any questions on this slide There might be some roles which are there in your mind, you know, the roles like how about Scrum Master, Product Owner. So that those roles I've kind of not mentioned here in this slide. There could be few other roles, but in a nutshell, if we try to look at the different roles that we have got, these are the different roles that we have got. Okay, now questions time. Ravi, do you have any questions on the slides? Technology manager, very good question, Anshuman. So when we talk about the technology manager, he's the person who's responsible for, see, when you talk about the different roles in the different company, technology manager is somebody who's going to manage the overall technology wise things, plus the project management. Okay, so there are some of the roles, data scientist, data analyst, which I've kind of clubbed, right, in the development role. So these are some of the other roles which you have. As I already told you, Scrum Master is another role, Product Owner is there, which is kind of clubbed here. Is that clear, everybody? No questions on this? Excellent. So we'll go to the next one now. I'll close the slides. You can take a snapshot if you want. We'll anyway share the slides with you as well. Brilliant. So let's start with the Tableau, and I'm going to share my Tableau slides in a minute. All right. So whatever slides I'm going to share with you today, don't worry about the content. We will share it with you. Okay. So that content will be given to you. Just focus on understanding and getting hold of this topic. And then what we are going to do today, also very important, is do some exercises and finish the setup today itself. Okay. I'll stop the screen. I'll start the screen share now. Certificate will be provided. Yes, good. Looking at your chats meanwhile. Certificate will be given to you if you attend today's and tomorrow's session. It is correct. It will be given. Okay. So I'll just share my screen again. Just bear with me, guys. I'm getting some problem with this opening. Just bear with me. All right. All right. Meanwhile, I'm sharing my slides. Can you all tell me what is your understanding on Tableau? How do you understand Tableau as a tool? All right, so let's look at the first slide. It says Tableau is a Power BI tool, which is a business intelligence tool, which helps you to visualize the data. It helps you to draw graphs and charts. It helps you to create fancy dashboards, represent the different patterns, and import data. Most importantly, it will help us import data from the multiple sources. Now, those multiple sources could be first of all SQL, right, from the databases. The other very important benefit of this is you can take it from Excel sheets, from the CSV sheets, right? So these are the other things which this wonderful tool helps you to do. Now, the other thing that we are going to discuss here is that this tool also helps you to which all are the different people which can use this tool. This can be used by businesses, researchers, government organizations. It's also one of those tools which are positioned in as the Gartner's Magic Quadrant as a leaders business intelligence and analytics platform tool. So this is one of those wonderful tools. This is a bit theory about the tool. And it is one of those leading data visualization tools. It has got a lot of features, right? It helps you drag and drop the interface of, it's kind of a drag and drop interface, and something which can help you to send reports, right? So if the same thing I have to do with Excel sheets, right? What is the benefit of the Excel sheets? It will, we can have data, we can draw graphs based on that data. And the next thing that we are going to do is we can make plots on the data, and what next thing that you will do is, after making the plots from the data, you will you want to send it as a report, right? So you will need multiple things when you're using the Excel sheet. You will have to have data, you will have to have plots. From after the plots or the pivots that you're creating, you need to have some mechanism of sending it. But in this tool, you can do everything using one single platform, and this is one big benefit. Okay, now this is the environment setup of Tableau. I'm going to give you a direct link now from where you can download the free version of Tableau. So let's go a little slow on this, but make sure that you do this setup so that you can practice with me these remaining slides for the remaining time today as well as tomorrow. So this link, I'm putting it in the chat. Please, the PPT and all the content will be given to you. Content will be shared. So please do this. Open this slide. I'm going to open that link as well and show it to you how to do the setup. So now what I'm going to do over here is, I hope my screen is visible. So please click on this option, download free trial, or you can click on free trial. Okay, and then just click the download free trial option and see what is happening. You will see an option where it will ask you the email ID. You can register it and you can use it. Right. So once the setup is done, you are able to see, and I'm going to show you an interface very, very quickly, how it will look like. If it is showing you something similar, can you write done in the chat? So I know that the setup is done from your side. Right, everyone? Okay, let me just open the Tableau tool and show it to you, what a kind of an interface we are actually looking for. So this is how exactly you should be looking into once you have finally successfully connected to the system. All right, everybody. Let me know once this is done. You can write done, or some of you have already have the setup. That's okay. You can still write done. So this is the free version that you are using. You might have to, yeah, okay, done. Please write done, that's done. And then we are going to jump on to this tool very soon. Excellent. Many of us are writing done. I can repeat the steps if you all need the steps one more time. I can go back to the same steps and I can explain it to you one more time. So just click on the link that I shared. If you already have Tableau, that is good. Don't worry. If you have Tableau, that is very good. You don't have to do anything else other than that. And these are the steps. Let me put the link one more time in the chat for you. This is the link, guys. I'm going to put it in the chat. All right. Excellent. So click on this link, and as you click on this link, click on the try free option. As you click on the try free option or download free trial, it will take you to a page where you can provide all the details that it is asking for. And then finally, you'll be able to use Tableau. Okay. 2 more minutes. Please write done if you have done it. Okay, done. Good job. Some of you might be taking the session or the webinar today from official laptop where you might not have access to install it. That's okay, not a problem at all. Please try to do that setup by tomorrow so that, you know, before tomorrow, if the setup is done, we can start working on this tool. Okay. Some of you are joined from phone devices, mobile devices, kindly do the same setup. Okay. So let the setup go parallelly. Let's save our time. I'm going to still continue with the concepts, the theory, and you know, after that, what we are going to do, we are going to do some practice parallelly on the tool. So Tableau is one tool. Power BI is another tool. I'm going to definitely do a comparison also of these two tools because they are both very, very powerful and widely used tools, right? Very, very widely used tools. So we are going to talk about what are these tools. The comparison of the tool. So as you can look at my slide, Tableau is a visual analytical tool which helps you to present large complex data into readable and understandable format. And one of the tools which provides a great quality with ease, it can help you connect 50 plus data sources. So imagine 50 plus data sources. And what is data sources? Data sources is something which is a place from where you can fetch the data. So I'll show you how you can fetch the data from multiple places. And 24 types of charts are allowed. Why do we need Tableau option? The different reasons why we use this tool is because firstly, it is the most important thing is the speed. The next important feature because of which we use it is the user-friendly nature of this tool, which is very powerful. It has the eye-catching mechanisms. It has got the interactive dashboards, right? You can create it within seconds. You can establish direct connection with the different data sources. It also helps you to publish and share, and the growing market is huge. Tableau is one of the tools which is very huge in terms of the market growth. So these are some of the things why Tableau is used. This is the different products of Tableau: desktop, public, online, server, reader, prep. Now, desktop is the one which helps you to create visualizations. Public is a free version that we are downloading to create interactive visualizations. Online is a cloud platform to share the visualizations. Server to share the visualizations with the people in the organization. So many times, you know, you make a graph or a plot or something or some kind of a visualization and you want to plot it and you want to give it to the people in the organization. Tableau server is the answer. Then you have the Tableau reader. In order to see whether the Tableau can be edited or not, you know, that is what the reader can help you to view visualizations created in Tableau which cannot edit. The last is the Tableau prep, used for cleaning for the data. So, you know, many times, you know, you have to clean the data. Right, everyone? Tableau preparation. It is basically beneficial for cleaning the data. That is the benefit of the Tableau tools. Okay, everybody, clear? The next thing that we are going to discuss is the installing the Tableau. So this is the go to tableau.com. Click the try now option. Please enter your email ID. These are the steps you followed. So see, everything is there on the slides, what you have done. So in case you have missed anything, you can find out. Click on the download free trial. Double click on the downloaded file and install it, and finally you can get it started from there. All right, everybody, done? This is the interface of the Tableau. This is how the different options are there which are available to connect. So this is Excel, text files, Access, JSON file, PDF file, the spatial files, statistical files. These are the different options from which you can connect to the data source. And these are the servers, and these are the saved data sources through which you can connect the database. So these are the three basic steps involved in creating any Tableau report. The first step is you should connect to the data source. The second is choose dimensions and measures. The next is how you can apply the visualization technique. These are the three basic steps involved in creating the Tableau report. So I'm going to show it to you on the tool now. And what I'm going to do is this Tableau data set that we are going to use, I am putting it in the chat. So you can refer to this. There are n number of other data sets which are available. You can use that also. And I am also giving it to you. Okay, so if you have downloaded the desktop version, it is good, perfect. So if you stop chatting for a minute, I'm going to put this in the chat so you can download it. I'll just put it multiple times so that you can download it without any problem. Once this Tableau data set you have downloaded from the chat, can you please write done in the chat? All right, wonderful. So now this data set has been imported. Everybody has it. Now what I'm going to do is, even if the data set is not available now, it's okay. You guys can still continue now. The reason is because this data set I told you will be available to you. Okay, so nothing to worry about it. Good job. So this is the first step. Connect to the data source, choose the dimensions and measures, apply the visualization technique. So guys, this is basically the Tableau workbook, which looks like this, exactly like this. These are the different to a file sources that we have got. You can see there is a Microsoft Excel. You can import from there. There is a text file. There is a JSON file. There is a PDF file that you have, the spatial, the statistical file. These are the different files that we have. And from here, you can import the stuff. So Microsoft Excel, if I select from here and if I go to my Tableau data set, these are the steps which I want all of you to do it with me. Just go to the place where you have downloaded it. And in case if you don't have it, it's fine. Just click on that option and click on open. As you click on the open, these are the different areas which you need to know. So you can see that it says processing request, executing the query. It will start executing the queries and you can see the three main tabs. So, let's look at the CSV file that I gave you. I know some of you don't have it at the moment, but we will make it available to you. So this is that data sheet that we have, everyone. The first data sheet that we have got is the orders, the second is the returns, and the next is the people. Order, returns, and people, right? These are the three things. So you can see in the orders, you've got the ship mode, customer ID, customer name, segment, country, city, state, postal code, region. So these are the different ship modes which are there, which are available. These ship modes are giving you the different modes. These are the customer IDs. And then in the returns, people who have returned and what is the order ID and the name of the people. So this is the three things that you have. Now, if I go to this one and I double click on this orders, there are two options here. You can either double click or, you can just drag and drop the value from here, left hand side to right hand side. And as you click on here, what do you observe? Can you write it in the chat? What is it that you're observing? right, everybody? So these are the rows and the orders and order date. Very good. It is giving me an overall structure of the table. Very good. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go to the slides and we're going to understand some more concepts and then we come back to this. So these were the 3 steps that we have done. We connected to the data source. That is the point number 1. Second is you will choose the dimensions and you will choose the measures. The next is that you will apply the visualization techniques. You will see which kind of a graph type you want to draw. All right, everyone. Next, go to the next one. So this is the trial version. You can also use the sample superstore data. There are a lot of other data which are available. Now, comparison of a Tableau over an Excel tool. There are 2 types of connections which are available. Now, this comparison that I am showing, I briefly explained it to you, know how you can also create graphs, and after plotting the graphs, how you can also publish it to the people who you want to show. So these things we have already discussed. So the next slide talks about the live and extract connection. What is the benefit of the live and extract connection? So as you can see on my screen, there are 2 types of connections which are available. The first is the live connection and the next is the extract. Live connection is this data and analytics, and the extract is a safe subset. So live means something which is there with you on live system, and extract is when you have taken a copy of that system and you are trying to use that system. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Okay, the next thing, there are different Tableau data types which are available. What are those different Tableau data types? First is the number. The second is the string or the text. Third is the date. Next is geographic. Fifth is the Boolean. And the sixth is the date and time. So these are the 6 data types in Tableau. Number, string, text, date, geographic, Boolean, true or false, date and time. How do you view data? To view the data source, we need to click on the view data button, or you can also drag and drop the sheet in the sheet area. So that is how you can drag and drop. This is what I explained you before. If you want to see the number of records, you can specify the row count here in this particular place. Can you all see that in your system? And in case you want to hide a particular column, this is how you can hide a particular column. Hiding of the, sometimes your data set might have some data which you're not interested in looking into, or you don't want to plot anything out of it. So that is the benefit. Clear, everybody? No question? Okay. The next thing that we are going to discuss now is in terms of the viewing data, this is clear. The next thing is how we can do the different column formatting. So as you look at this, let's go back to our Tableau tool as well. So as you look at this tool, you can do a lot of different types of formatting. So can you all please do these steps with me? Right click over here. And you can see different options like duplicate, rename, copy values, hide, create, change data type, describe. Can you rename and see if it is working? Right, working if it is working, please. All right, everybody, it's working. Good. So that is how you can format the different options. The steps are these. You will drag and drop the orders from left to right, and you can see different columns here, right? If you right click on these columns, you will see these different options as I'm explaining. Duplicate, rename, copy values, and hide. Right, everybody, it's working? Excellent. So this is how you can do the column formattings. And now let us try to do some plotting. Everybody, I request you to be on your Tableau data set quickly. These tools we will get expertise only if we practice. If you don't practice, if you don't do hands-on, then you don't get practice, isn't it? Okay. Now, these are the different sections of the Tableau public book. If you click on the file, you can see you can create a new, you can open it, you can open it from the public, you can close this page. You can go to the start page. This is how the start page looks like. And what is the benefit of going to the start page? If you want to import the text file, JSON file, you want to get the Microsoft Access, PDF file, spatial file, statistical file. These are the different files that we have, which we will import. And then you can go to this option and you can just import it. This is one option. Or if you want to minimize you use this minimize option. Okay, clear everybody? Now open the Tableau data set again. Are we all on this page? All you have to do is file, go to the start page, right? Okay, so once you are on the start page and you want to go back to the place from where you were there, all you will do is click on this file option again and hide start page. Somebody is asking me how to drag and drop. So what I had done was, guys, take these orders or whatever data set you have taken, drag and just put it over here with the mouse. Okay, I hope everybody's done till here. No questions, all sorted. Excellent. So if you have done this till here, what is the next thing that we are going to do is how we can do the plotting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this sheet one. Can you see this is the file option where you can do multiple things. The data can be refreshed, duplicate. You can get it as a connection from the CSV file. If you want to burn it into CSV file, you can close the data source. You can edit the data source filters. You can join the null values to the null values. You can maintain the character casing. These are some of the options which we'll do in the advanced level. So this is what this workshop is about, getting to an intermediate level of this. Okay, I hope that is clear. Right, the next thing that we are going to do here is, now everyone, you drag and drop it here and then click on the sheet one. As you click on the sheet one, what is happening? It is taking you to this sheet, I believe. Am I right? Okay. Now, these are the different areas. Now you have to remember, this is the region where all the information about the tables is there. This is the information where pages and filters are there. This is the place where the different visualizations can be made. And this is the columns and the rows. Now, all I want you to do is just drag the column as the category. We have already shown you the data set. And in the rows, maybe let's say I wanted to get the sales. So drag the sales by the category and click on this option. So then the moment you drag this columns, the category to columns and the sales goes in rows, you can see that it is asking you which field you want to drop. So let's say I wanted to drop the AVG. You will click on it and click on OK. And here we go. A bar plot has got successfully created. Okay, Sharad, there is no WhatsApp group as such. Hema. Is that clear, everybody? Anybody needs the data set again? You don't have the data set. Okay, let me again put the data set for you so that you can do it, this exercise. Plus, towards when we finish the session today, team will also provide it to you. Got it. Okay, I got it. I will put it now. Recorded session and all, it's around 7:05. Joel will join and he can explain you all those things. I'm putting the data set now again. Can you please download again? Try downloading it, guys, quickly. So the Excel file which I'm sending, how can I change this page? Nazma, you want to change the page? I'll explain it to you again. Don't worry. Okay, so data set I've again sent it to you, everyone. Take a moment to download this. And Nazma and anybody who has a question as to how we can change these pages, this is the place. This is the place where you will change. This is data source. This is sheet. You want to make another sheet and then another sheet. Okay. So can you tell me how many of you have been able to plot this graph? I'll show you the data set, this one. How many have been able to do this? Please write done.
Hello everyone. Am I audible? Yeah, so regarding the recordings of today's session, it will be uploaded on our YouTube channel by tomorrow around 12 p.m. So we will send out email to all of you regarding the uploading of the day one recording. So you can access it if you have not missed out the starting part of this session. And regarding the assignment will be uploaded on our LinkedIn channel, LinkedIn page, sorry. And you can access the assignment there, and you can download the assignment, do it in a Word document, then convert it to a PDF, or you can just send the Word file also to the email address assignment@skillslash.com. The links to all those will be provided in the chat by our team members, so please check it out. So the deadline for the assignment would be given to you in the mail itself, so don't worry. Right now we have not decided the deadline, so it will be mentioned in the mail itself. I hope that it is clear. Yeah, and for now the certificate process. For certificate, first you have to go through our videos first on YouTube, and the certificate mail will be given to you on day after tomorrow, after completion of day 2 also, so that you have the study material to do the assignment. Plus you have to follow our LinkedIn page and download the assignment and submit it at assignment@skillslash.com, and submitted by before the deadline, and which will be provided to you in mail itself. And the certificates will be most likely to be issued before 23rd May. Please note that, and do not mail us before that. If you do not receive your certificates by 23rd May, then just drop an email at support@skillslash.com, or you can also join our Telegram group and just mention or tag someone from the admin. They will just provide you with all the necessary support you are required. And also just drop an email that you have not received your certificate after even attending the session. And there will be also a form provided after you have done all these steps, regarding that you have followed us on YouTube and subscribed, and watched all the day 1 and day 2 videos. You have downloaded and done your assignment before the deadline, and also that you have joined our Telegram group so that we have the knowledge that you have receiving regular updates. After all these are done, just you have to fill the form that acknowledging that you have done. Also, there will be, you have to provide your name, email, and phone number. So make sure that you provide your correct details and name, because it will be mentioned in your certificate. And if there is some error in your name or email address, we will not be able to issue it properly. So please do that correctly and mention your phone numbers in a 10-digit format. I hope that it's clear. Just write it in the chat so that I know. And if you are not able to understand, so no worries, we will be providing you with the email where all the steps will be mentioned step by step, and also the deadline for submission of assignment and submission of form. Both will be provided in the email itself, and the certificate issue date, last issue date, will be 23rd May. So make sure that if you are not received your certificates by 23rd May, just drop an email at support@skillslash.com, or just reply to the mail which you have received for your form certificate. I hope that it's clear. So I will just once again go through the process. So if people have not heard or had some connection issues, so for them also it's clear. First, the day 1 recordings will be provided on our YouTube channel. So make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Then to access the assignment, you have to go to our LinkedIn page and follow us and download the that assignment material. Then do it in a Word format. So you can submit the assignment in Word format or in PDF format. It's your choice, and submit at email address that is assignment@skillslash.com. I hope that it's clear. And day 2 video will be provided to you day after tomorrow. I hope that it is also clear. So for the deadline of submitting the assignment would be most likely in this week only. So make sure you, whenever you have downloaded this assignment, just do it on time and submit it. And also follow us on LinkedIn so that you receive regular updates if we have future workshops. So once this is done, you will be given a form in which you have to fill out your name, email address, and phone number, and also acknowledge that you have completed the watching the videos of both days on our YouTube channel and subscribed, and followed us on a LinkedIn page, done the assignment and submitted it. And also you can join our Telegram group to have regular updates about the certificate issue. If we have some delay in certificate issuing process, we will let you know on Telegram itself. And if there is any delay, we will also communicate to you through our email. After that, you have to fill the form and submit the form before the deadline, and the deadline for the same will be given in the mail itself. You don't have to worry. And the certificates are most likely to be issued before 23rd May. So have patience till then. And if you are not received your certificates by 23rd, please make sure to message us or contact us on social media or through email address. I hope that it's clear. So I am hoping that everything is clear to everyone. And also, if you are confusion that where you will access the link, just go through the chat once. Our team member is posting all the links which are necessary for certificate process and study material process, so that you have no confusion. So I would be giving the control to Priyanka ma'am again, because I have done with the announcement. And if you have any doubt, you can just also communicate your query to us through our Telegram channel, or just write an email to support@skillslash.com. With that being said, I'm giving the host to Priyanka ma'am. She will be taking over.
Thank you, Joel. I think I am the host now and I'm able to share my screen as well. So guys, a quick break. Come back in 5 minutes. Let's resume at 7:20. Take a quick break, water break if you need. And please come back 7:20. Let's resume. All right, see you all at 7:20. All right, I hope everybody is back refreshed and we can carry on. So let me share my slide and let's get started, guys. Any questions for me? I think for the certificate and the Telegram link and everything is sorted, clear, you've understood everything, right? Let's jump back to our tool, Tableau. And I hope till now there is no question. So this is kind of our first assignment. So we have looked into, just before we went on break, we know that it is one of those visual analytic tool which helps you to analyze different things. We have looked into the different Tableau products, the desktop, the public, the online, the server. We have looked into the reader and the prep. These are the different things that we have already covered. Majority, most of us, I think, have also got the, Ranjit, you want me to do the drag and put it there? Okay, no problem. I will do that. I will do that again. So this is how the setup will be done. And this is how the user interface of Tableau will look like once it is set up. These are the steps. You will connect to the data source, choose the dimensions and measures, and apply the visualization techniques, right? Okay. So this is how you can have a live connection and an extract connection. And these are the different Tableau data types. Okay. Now coming back to that step, which most of you are asking me. So I'm going to just quickly repeat these steps. Can you please follow these steps with me? I'll just say, no, I don't want to change any settings as of now. So please open the Tableau, or if it is already open, good. Right, this is step number 1. You can see that 2022 desktop edition version has got successfully opened. You will click on Microsoft Excel. That's the Tableau dataset you will click on and click on open. As you click on open, what do you see, everybody? A processing request, a query is being fired so that you can go ahead, right? You can use it. Good. Now, what is the next step? Most of you are asking me, how did I do the drag and drop? Before I do that, has everybody reached here? Can you write quickly? Yes. Amit, are you here? Nivedita, Prashant, Priyanka, Kene, Bindu, Ananya. Most of you are here, right? On this step. Anybody who's not there on this step, you can write no. You have not reached this step. Most of you have reached it. Okay, good. So the drag and drop step is, all you have to do is take this orders, click on it, pull it all from the left to the right hand side and just put it here. Just pull it over. And as you pull it over, it will say processing request and you will get this table. Now please write yes if it is there. Sai Lakshmi, you don't have this open? Yes, you have it. Okay. Just drag it. And as you drag it, by default, this data source option will be selected. In this data source options, you have name and orders, row ID, order date, shipping date, ship mode, customer ID. Row ID, order date, ship mode, customer ID. Brilliant. Glad to know you guys have all reached here. Now we'll click on this option, new worksheet. Please click on this new worksheet option. And can you write yes if you are here on this version? Let me just count the number of yeses now. Are you all at here? Go for any of that, live or extract, doesn't matter. Just click on yes, yes, okay, all right, everybody done. Okay. Now the next step. I wanted to find out category wise sales. What is the category wise sales I have in the company? So what I'm going to do is, from this left hand side, do you see different options? Many times when your data set is used, there will be so much of the data here. Can you see that? So you can always search from here. Drag this category and put it in the columns. And similarly, take the sales from here. Take the sales from here, put it in the rows. And what do you get here is a categories are furniture, office supplies, technology, and these are the different values of sales you have got. Yes, got it everyone? What is sheet 1? This is sheet 1, like you have it in Excel sheet. Now, by default, the bar chart has come because the bar chart was by default selected. But let's say I wanted to represent the same information for a different option. What I'll do now is, please click on this new sheet, or you can do the same on the other also. At runtime, you can change the graph. So on the right hand side, do you see this pie chart option, everyone? Kindly click on this pie chart option. And you can see that the chart has now changed. Yes, everybody can see it. So it will depends upon what you are trying to show. Is it a bar graph, a stacked plot, or what kind of data you are trying to show, right? So let's take this category here. And you can see this. And if you create a pie chart, click on this pie chart and you can see the different options. Now coming to what all, and you know, in a fraction of second, less than a fraction of second, are you all able to change the graphs from the right hand side? Yes. What they are, don't worry, we will talk about them, but you're able to, right? Some of them are disabled because you don't have the access to it, but whatever is available, you are able to change it, right? Excellent, good. Thank you for responding. And now what we are going to do next is, we are going to understand what it is needing. So the challenge that I'm going to give you now is, as part of our assignment, is that we need to create something similar to this. So we need a graph which will display the category and subcategory wise sales, right? And the category, region, and subcategory wise profit. So you can have a very beautiful tabular data like this also. So all I need to do is, this columns is the category, this sum of sales is the rows, right? And you also wanted the subcategory. So you will click on this, take the subcategory and put it here. There we go. So can anyone write it in the chat what exactly it is depicting, this visualization that we created in less than a minute? What is this actually depicting? Excellent. This is telling us category, subcategory wise sales. So you know what it is telling me? It has classified my entire data first category wise, then it is doing subcategory wise, and then the sales which are corresponding to that, right? So for example, if it is, let's say, chairs or furniture, right? What type of furniture is being sold, right? Understood. Okay, very good job, guys. Now, what change do I need to make to get this table? What do I do? Shall we yes, shall we try to change it to a data table option? Okay, let's do this one. Can you select the first option from the top left? And you can see that category and subcategory wise the sales are being depicted. See how powerful data this is, right? It can help you do so many things. Now, if you compare this with what Excels can do, obviously there is a lot of difference, isn't it? There's a lot of difference between them. Now, there are a lot of visualization tools, isn't it? People talk about Power BI, people talk about Tableaus, and it's always, as a good data scientist or data analyst, we need to make sure we know at least a brief comparisons on these different tools. We need to know what is Power BI doing, what is Tableau doing, what is the brief comparison between them. So what all are the different features? Let's talk about it. The first feature that we have got is the data visualization feature. The second feature that we have got is around the size of the data set. The third is around the data sources. So in terms of data visualization, what all are the different things that we need to understand? When it comes to Tableau, Tableau's the main, it's one of those main data visualization tools in the market, which gives you very, very strong data visualizations. On the other hand, Power BI provides a very strong backend data manipulation feature, and compared to Tableau, Power BI has got simpler visualizations. Now, you all will agree with me that the size of data set is something which is very important, right? So Tableau can connect to much more bigger, much more larger data sets in comparison to Power BI, which can have only 1 GB data limit in free version. Okay. In terms of data sources, Tableau can connect to wide range of data sources. You can select data set first and then you can use the visualizations. Power BI covers most of the data sources available in Tableau, and it's an online version, also supports direct visualization on search engines. So I hope it is clear. The another brief comparison between both of them is the costing, and you will all agree with me that costing definitely plays a very, very important role. In terms of the costing, the Tableau is much more expensive as compared to Power BI. You can see the cost on the table. Can you see that, everyone? So Tableau is compared to, this is expensive. It costs you the desktop profession edition that we have. It costs around $70 per user per month costing. And some of you are asking how many data sources it can connect. The answer is on the slide. The question you've asked in the chat. It can help you connect to hundreds of data sources, hundreds of them. On the other hand, the Power BI costing is quite lesser. It is only $9.99 per user per month on a 10 GB storage. Okay, I hope this brief comparison has helped you guys. Keep it in your mind and make sure you remember this, because again, it is important to know which is a better one, which is not a better one, right? In terms of the comparisons, what all are the different tools which we have got. So we successfully have been able to finish the assignment. Let's go on to the next area where we can see that how the sorting can be done on the different columns. Okay, before that, any questions you have? Let me look into the chat now. 32-bit OS, no, I don't think so, Suchitra. Somebody's asked, Thanal Selvi, yeah. 32-bit, I don't think so, guy. I've never done an installation, never seen happening it on 32-bit. You might consider upgrading your system. Tableau 32-bit, I'm not sure whether it will work. Okay, you need to have 64-bit. Okay, I hope that answers. Okay, Avin, Mac will support Tableau, yes. Mac also, I think one of my colleagues, he's using Linux also, so it should work. Any other question? Yes, so in that case, Hanal Selvi, you need to upgrade the system. Okay, the word is data set and Tableau. Data set, when you talk about, is the place from where you are fetching the data. Okay. All right, Abhilash, thank you for letting us know. So on Mac, definitely it works. Okay. Akhil, PPT will be shared. Don't worry. PPT will be shared. Assignment sheet will be shared with you. And the data set will be shared with you. You will get that all. I know many of you are not able to download it. That happens in every webinar. People are not, some of us might log in with a web version of Zoom or something is there, because of which you're not able to. We'll provide it to you. How do you get the jobs for the Tableau for the fresher? This webinar will give you a very fair idea on the basic features of the Tableau, right? And you can join our different channels, which Joel spoke about around 7 o'clock. With that, what will happen? You will be updated with this webinars that we do. So at Skillslash, we bring at least a lot of 3 to 4 webinars a month. So if you are tuned up with us, you will get regular updates, right? So that way you can continue to join. If we have any advanced version of advanced workshop on Tableau, you can join that. That will give you a good idea. And now coming to your question, there is a huge demand of people who know Tableau, right? A huge demand of people who know Power BI. So if you can master this tool, nothing like that. It's a very well paid job, plus very good from the job perspective. Sorting, Amit, I'll explain it to you now. Okay, Mohammed, explain sheet 1. Okay. How do you select sheet 1? Okay, Mohammed, I'm going to show it to you. Please have a look at my screen. I hope this will help you. Like in Excel sheet, Mohammed, you go from one tab to other, right? It is the same thing here. This is the Excel sheet I have. How do you navigate from one sheet to another? You click here, sheet 1, and you do sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, isn't it, Mohammed? So same thing here. You can see the bottom left. This is how you will go back. Yeah. Does that answer? Can you let me know? Vishal, do you want me to repeat the average from sales? Pakka, I'll do it now. Okay, Ajit, thank you for your kind words. So, but we did, yes, ma'am, but what we did in the sheet 1, recording will be given. Recording is not a problem. What we did in the sheet 1, all we did was we just dropped the category. This is what we had done. Took the category, put it in the column. And I'm going to answer one more question I had was how to get the average, right? That is what some of you were asking. So drag this sales and put it in the rows column like this, guys. Sum of sales. That is how you can do that. And then there are other things you can do with this sales. See? Okay. So just drag and drop and you will get the column, something similar to this. Does that answer the question? Fantastic. So now the next thing that we are going to do, if you're all ready, we can go to the next one, is we are going to talk about how we can sort the different columns. So how do I go back to that area? Everybody knows that you can just click on the data source option from the left hand side. This is the option. You can click on this one and then there is an option to sort. So click here, or you can right click here and you can get the different options. So let's go back to the slide. So it says data source order you want to do, in what order you want to do the sorting. Can you all try this slide, please? Okay, Anytime you want to collapse, you can collapse it. You can make it bigger like this. Okay, this is the collapsing icon that you can use. These are the different data types that you can see. This hash is the number. You can see that you can change the data type from here. ABC represents the string. This is the date. This is again another date. This is string and this is another string. I give you 1 minute of time. Can you explore these different data types and make sure you are comfortable? And then let's go to the next step. Excellent. So you guys have taken the note of the different data types and how you can look at the different data types that we have in Tableau, right? So for example, on the number side, let's say, you have a roll number. That roll number is only an integer value. So what you are going to do for a roll number column, you will take a data type, which is, can anybody let me know? Excellent. You will use a number. Similarly, there is a name. If you have a name, the data type you will use or something which you can see to represent is called as ABC. That is what you use, A, B, and C. Clear, everybody? So based on what data type you have, you will be using that, right? Excellent. Now, many times, you want to move the data as per the alphabetical order. How you can do that? In order to do it in the alphabetical order, you will click on this option on this columns. Different columns are available. Click on this and you can see that it is changing based on the disk. So you've got 2016, 2014 now. So these different orders can be, different values can be changed. Similarly, based on the row ID, let's say I wanted to do, you can see it is doing it based on the row ID. Okay, can you try this feature and write done, please? And if you need any help, please let me know. Kishan, these things you can definitely do in Excel. I totally agree with you. But the dynamic modifications, the time which it is taking us to draw a visualization on Tableau is much more lesser, or Power BI is much more lesser, right? And another important benefit is the sharing part. You make a graph and you share it, right? But let's say in these tools, visualization is faster. But one more thing I wanted to highlight here was that, let's say every Monday morning, 11 o'clock, you wanted to send a report to your company people, right? All the members of your company at 11 o'clock on the latest data, but you want to represent it in the form of a graph. And every Monday morning, 11 o'clock, and every Wednesday, 3 o'clock. In an Excel sheet, do you have a way to automate? You can write tools to do that. That's not a problem. I can understand that. But using these tools, you can do the reporting in a much more efficient way and quicker way. Okay, that is one very big benefit. Very, very big benefit. Okay, so that is one aspect. After the sorting columns, the next thing which is very important thing to note here is how you can sort the rows and data. So same way like I explained, you can click on that icon. There is a quick sort option over here, which can help you sort the graph either in the ascending order and descending order. So whatever sorting we were doing it on the data source, isn't it? But let's say if I wanted to do the sorting on the graph itself, it is very easy to do that. I'm going to show you some nice moving images now. So can you all go to sheet 1 where your graph is there? Any graph, doesn't matter. You can do sorting on any of the values, any of the graphs. So just select on it. Select it. Okay, now please click on this column, this arrow icon. Can you see my arrow? What does it show you? Excellent. Very good for answering. So it is showing you the office supplies, the technology and furniture, and it is sorting it in a correct order for you, giving you a correct representation, isn't it? Good. Let's go on to the next one. After sorting the rows and columns, there is also a toolbar from where you can sort. So these are different fields where you can go and you can sort the values. So can you see the options here? This is the option. You can see my cursor. If you click on this, you can see it is doing exactly the same thing. All right. Any questions still here? Vijay Kumar not done. Is it giving you some problem? Done. Most of you done. So this is the place, Vijay Kumar. You will click on this, sort it. Or you can click on this option here and sort it. Okay, everyone. Excellent. Now the sorting works for everybody. Okay. So you can sort the columns like these. And the next step over here that we have to discuss is you can sort it also by the right click on that particular workbench. So this why there are so much of sorting options available, because you will agree with me that these tools are very powerful and they will have huge amount of data. And because they have huge amount of data, we need to have a good mechanism through which you can handle this data, isn't it? Everybody agrees? Good. Sort by the marks card. Now, if you have sum of sales and subcategory, you can have the sorting done by the marks card as well. You can create a hierarchy of fields by dropping one field onto the other. So in the columns, I want everybody to make this graph now. Let's see how you can create a hierarchy. Okay. Oh, furniture, I think I have made it hidden, Sudarshan, Samir. Maybe that's the reason it wasn't visible. Okay. Okay, creating this hierarchies. Hierarchy means you are putting one column on top of the other, one field on top of the other. So you can create a hierarchy of fields. So I've got the columns, which is sum of sales. The rows are category and subcategories. And all I'm trying to do here is this is the category, this is the subcategory. Furniture wise, I've got bookcases, chairs, furnishings, and the tables. Office supplies, I have appliances, art, the bindings, the fasteners, the labels, the paper, the storage. So columns are sum of sales and rows is category or the subcategory. Okay, so that is how a quick hierarchy can be created. How many of us have been able to do this slide? Please write down. Excellent. So this is how we can create the hierarchy of fields. You can drop one field onto the another and you can get the respective output. Done, everyone? This is how you can create an auto hierarchy for the date fields. You can create the year by order date sum of sales. Okay, let's try to make this. Year, order date, and sum of sales. Let's do this together. So I'm very quickly going to the next sheet. What does it say? Year, order date. So how I'm going to do is take this order date and please put it in the columns. Step number 1. Step number 2, it says sum of sales. Get it? Sum of sales. So this is the sales. You can drag it from here. And one thing you have to remember, I wanted to tell you very important was some of you asked me also on the columns. So, you know, when you are dragging this and you put it exactly inside the center, see, it takes it to the sum of some, it's asking you what exactly you wanted to do with the sales. How did I get it? I drag the sales and I put it here. So it then asks you what kind of a value you want. Sum, average, the median, the count distinct, minimum, maximum, standard deviations, and all variances and all different options are there. I wanted the sum of sales, so I'll click on OK. And you can see this graph has got automatically plotted. Yuvraj not able to select the graph type. On this right hand side, Yuvraj, I'm expecting you to click on these options. You will get it. Right? Make sure your columns are properly populated. These some columns and rows, and graph is properly selected. Sushma done, Ashish done, Priyadarshini done, Samarth done. Excellent. You guys are moving very fast. Thank you so much for writing and letting me know. Really appreciate. So what is exactly this graph telling us? Let's talk about it. Can you put your finding in the chat? Drawing visualizations is easy, but what exactly the visualization is giving us, that we need to find out, right? So guys, can you put what you find out from this graph in the chat? Excellent. So you have got the columns, you've got the rows, you've got the year, order date, you've got the sum of the sales. And what exactly is this graph plotting, as most of you have explained it correctly? Which year the sales is going up and down? Sale has increased. Yes. Good. Recording will be given for the session. The growing sales per year. Very good, Amit. That is what it is also showing us. Sushma, year-wise sales. Sales have dropped in 2015. That is what this graph actually told you. Very good. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Yuvraj, to answer your question, you are saying this is disabled and you're not able to select anything. Here the problem is, see, for me also it is disabled at the moment. Can you see that, Yuvraj? Look at my screen. You can see it is disabled. Why? Because it doesn't know on what the visualization should be made, isn't it? It doesn't know the columns, it doesn't know the rows, it doesn't know anything. You need to drag and drop the data first. So let's say I wanted to find out state-wise sales, state-wise sales. If you drag and drop, and then only you will see this visualization getting active. Does that answer, Yuvraj? Okay. So did it work, Yuvraj, now? So Kishan, sales movement, Nivedita, order-wise sales is increasing, sales is increasing. Good findings, everybody, right? So we have got lots of things in our plate for tomorrow. Today was more like an introduction. To conclude the session, we have discussed the different fields of IT in which we can start our career or we can probably move our career. So if you think you are a kind of a person who loves playing with data, you do a lot of data, you like to do data analysis, this data analyst role is for you. And definitely there's huge amount of scope in this field, scope for jobs, scope for money. If you think you're a kind of a person who loves building applications, then obviously the role of a developer is for you. That is what we discussed. If you think you're a kind of an individual who loves to do the testing of the applications and you would like to contribute to the product by testing it before you deliver it to the customer, the role of testing is for you. If you think you are a kind of an individual who loves to interact with the people, understand their requirements, convert those requirements into tangible outputs, definitely the role of business analyst is for you. The project manager role is the role which helps you to do the resource management, budget management, time management, right? The next is the role of a project manager, somebody who's going to manage the product end to end. We discussed the role of the support and the role of the designer. We then now, I think many of us have been successfully been able to install the version Tableau that we were trying to do. Some of you have not been able to do once the slides are given to you. Kindly make sure that you are able to do the setup before tomorrow's class, because in tomorrow's session, we will not look at the setup. There are a couple of things which in the pipeline, which we will start with. We will be doing the auto hierarchy using the discrete and continuous graph grouping. We need to look at how you can do the auto generate fields, right? We are going to look at how you can do the discrete and continuous values. The other things that we are going to look into is how you can add different parameters, create sets, and then using the combine options, exporting data, and the granularity. Cards and shelf is again some of the things. So a lot of things to be in our plate for tomorrow. So it will be wonderful if you can do the setup and join me at 6 o'clock tomorrow. So you can start sharp 6 o'clock and we can carry on our training with Tableau. Okay. So once again, a big thanks to all of you for taking out time to join this session. I hope you learned something this evening. You enjoyed the training and keep studying hard. These are some of the tools which, needs a lot of self contribution. So you cannot get an expertise on these tools just by listening to somebody. You need to do a lot of practice, and I'll try my best to give you as much practice tomorrow as well, right? And if you, before we conclude this session, do you have any questions? I'm going to my chat window. PPT will be given. The certificate will be given if you attend today's and tomorrow's session. And Ananya, thank you for your kind words. Thank you. So stay tuned, guys. I am really looking forward to see you all tomorrow. Have a fantastic evening and see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words, everyone. Thank you. I'm glad you found it useful, and I'll see you all tomorrow.